Esther's Reboot Challenge, Day 44, page 195. They said, learning English is hard enough. How can you learn computer language on top of that? Why do you want to learn it anyway? I told them, I am going to write simple apps myself, that's why. They asked, do you have any idea how difficult that is? Why do you want to do it yourself? You can just give the job to app developers. I answered, being the leader of a company, I should know the basic language that the developers use so I can work with them to create the app that I want. How do you expect me to let developers know what I want when I don't know the language and cannot communicate with them? I can envision my business only as much as I know digital. Lately, I have been channeling all my energy into the digital transformation of MKYU. I keep envisioning what will happen when digital technology is introduced to the existing educational format. I understand the broad concepts of big data and artificial intelligence, but I don't know their details and therefore cannot envision the end product that would result from using them. I want to develop an app version of MKYU, but I realize that even though I've seen many apps created by others, I don't know enough about the process to do it myself. None of my employees knew anything more than I did either. Given the situation, it seemed that it was going to be difficult for me to recruit good IT professionals, let alone understand what they were telling me. I thought that when you are the head of the company, you should at least be knowledgeable enough to have a conversation with employees about your core business. That's how I started taking Python lessons once a week from a graduate student in her late 20s who was majoring in computer science. I started the lessons ever so confidently, but after just one class, I was humbled. As I should have expected, computer language was extremely complicated and there was a lot to memorize. But while learning it, I gradually began to understand its language. The more I learned about what was going on behind the screen while I was watching videos on the internet and using apps, the more confident I became. At the same time that I am studying Python, I am gaining a developer's perspective of the world as well. In our first class of coding, my tutor explained, so what Facebook was thinking here is, what Google wants to show is, I had been busy clicking when I visited portal sites, but now that I was looking at them from the viewpoints of developers, I was able to get completely different interpretations and ideas. It was a shocking experience, and I was extremely envious of the developers. How many business ideas would I find if I could just see the world from their viewpoint? Most of the high-tech companies that are changing the world, such as Facebook, Apple, and YouTube, are run by CEOs who used to be developers or who are at least as imaginative as developers. In the post-fourth industrial revolution world, you can envision and design business in the right way only when you understand digital on the same level as the people who produce the technologies. If you understand digital on the same level as consumers, you are likely to be stuck being a consumer all your life. I wanted to understand digital as though I was a producer, not a consumer. That's the reason I started learning the basic language, albeit only at an introductory level, so that I can know how this word is structured. But the more I learn, the more I realize that there is no need to be intimidated by digital. No matter how great a technology is, it is useless if it is not used to create content. Suppose there are people who don't know much about technology but have been creating content for 20 years. If these people become determined to learn something new, they can demonstrate tremendous potential, perhaps much more than those who know only technology and have no experience. One of the characteristics of people who have been making a living at a business for a long time is that they are brave and quick witted. As long as we don't fear technology, experienced people like me can accomplish more than those in their 20s who are only technological savvy. Experts say that subjects like Python will soon become one of the general studies taught in schools. In fact, even elementary school students are learning coding as a basic skill. There is also an increasing number of private schools that teach coding to adults, and there are numerous Python lessons for career men and women or beginners in the online education communities. There's a growing number of other digital classes for adults, including blockchain technology for your business and data science made easy. The most impressive class that I've seen recently is How to Make AI Automatic Investment Bots. It is an online class that you can take for free at the website class101.com. The website claims that you can learn to make your own AI stock investing bots if you take its online classes for 20 weeks. A stock investment bot is a sort of artificial intelligence that automatically increases your assets by buying and selling stocks on your behalf. While you are at work or traveling, imagine that. A world when you can build your own artificial intelligence just by investing 20 weeks. Will the people who master that class build only stock investment bots? I'm thinking that they will build numerous personalized bots that automate their work or business. Thank you.